On to you, Virgos. Hopefully, y'all are having a good day. So, for you, Virgos, you actually have the Hangman, Page of Swords, and then you have the Lovers. So, the Hangman is Pisces. So, your opposite zodiac sign made an appearance, but you draw from that polarity anyway, so it's okay. A lot of you Virgos right now are being patient, and a lot of you are just basically staying focused. A lot of you pretty much have understood that people will use love as a way to get you Virgos to trust them so that they can betray you later. And a lot of you Virgos pretty much have paid attention to it, and so there's this perspective of how you Virgos perceive love is most definitely changing. It's like you still know that it exists, but a lot of you Virgos just see that a lot of people, like I said, use love as a means of like controlling another person to get them to do what to get you to do what they want you to do. The Lovers also represents you Virgos being in love with yourself, paying attention to yourself, thinking about what you Virgos got to do, where you are, what you are about. And so not only that too, but also the fact that the Queen of Wands and the Three of Pentacles, for you Virgos, what you've got also going on is you got so much to offer. The Queen of Pentacles, you're a person right now who is not skipping out you are not skipping out on trying to know yourself. There's this real deep, profound understanding that you Virgos are worth a lot more than what most people try to make it seem like you are. And so you have the Three of Pentacles for you. So this card right here for you represents you just have to find that support system. You know, being a Virgo is a very interesting experience. A lot of people are very adversarial to us. You know, it's very interesting to really sit back and observe the delusions of like grandeur that they come up with in their head to have like a chip on their shoulder about how it is that they feel about us is really goofy. And so the situation with that is the Empress and the Five of Wands for you Virgos also speaks to how that, you know, this is the reason why it is that we're selective. You know, I gotta formulate my words sometimes. You know, I gotta think before I speak. So sometimes, you know, the words don't do it justice sometimes. So we have to be selective. This is why we're selective. When we're young and we don't know any better, yeah, we're picky. And the reason why we're picky is because we want all of the fixings. We want someone to be handsome or beautiful, tall, dark, handsome, physically attractive, waist looking good, whatever it is that you're attracted to, right? You know, long hair, right? All of that, right? You know, flowing in the breeze, whatever you're into, right? And then, but we grow up and we learn from personal experience. With the Empress card, why we come into the Empress card, why it is that we learn how to be selective. We learn how to be selective because people are dysfunctional. And so if you're not selective and you just look for anyone, right? This is why Virgos rule self-respect, you know, or learning how to respect yourself, right? The triad, Leo, Virgo, and Libra are all about self-respect. Capricorn too, but from a different perspective. Virgo is more so from a perspective of learning self-respect because we don't have any when we're young. The way that we learn, we think that love is about we don't love ourselves unless someone loves us, right? I went through that for a little while when I was younger. And then as I got older, started to care about myself more and more and more as I come up, right? Had a few bumps every now and again, but at the same time, learn like, okay, what I need to do is I need to develop a floor of where I'm not gonna go lower than. I got to take care of myself, because if I don't, people, especially the people who I say that I love, they're not gonna do it either. There's a lot of goofballs who will betray me, and so I got to watch that. And so you Virgos learn that along the way. And so the thing is that the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords, it becomes this thing where they're trying to delude you Virgos and make it seem like you're not going through what you're going through. Their betrayal that they're giving to you is not what it is that you think it is. They're just basically doing that to you because they got to do it to you for some reason, right? They can't even tell you why. They don't explicitly tell you why. They can't tell you why. They can't speak to you. They can't verbalize it. They can't articulate it. Can't show you why. Nothing. And so you go through a situation where you Virgos are like, wow, okay. They betrayed you and they can't even tell you why. Whatever reason they betrayed you for. And so this is why we learn to be selective. We learn from experience and Virgo rules over experience. So, among other things, we rule a bunch of different things. So, we learn why we have to be selective. You got to be selective because you got a lot of dysfunctional people out here. You just can't go hanging out with anybody. They will turn your life upside down. They will turn your life upside down. They will have you Virgos looking whichever way. You'll be surprised at how it is that you're looking. Out here looking goofy. You'll be out here looking like Dr. Frankenstein. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that. And so the thing about it is, because Virgo rules over the 6th house, and the 6th house is known adversaries. So now you have the 10 of Cups, and then you have the Ace of Cups for you Virgos. These two cards right here are about how you have to be the one to create the table. What it's showing is you Virgos got to go in it alone. You're going through a time right now for you Virgos where you got to go in it alone. What I mean when I say that, I mean you got to be by yourself. That's the thing with us Virgos. Like, we love to associate ourselves sometimes, but we're lone wolves, a lot of us. And we have to learn to be okay with being a lone wolf, right? I've accepted learning that. It's just a matter of practicing now, because I already do it a lot, but it's a matter of practicing it, because we have to be. Because when it comes to trying to fit in, we end up not really fitting in due to the fact that for us Virgos, a lot of people and I've talked about this before, a lot of people like to provoke us. They like to provoke us. They like to put themselves in stupid situations to make us feel like we're responsible for their well-being, right? And then when us as Virgos are like, okay, you want to play the stupid game? Go ahead. Then they want to wise up and be like, oh, okay, you're not actually going to save me. Oh, okay, all right, I'll stop putting myself in stupid situations. And it's like, but that's the stupid part. That's the stupidity. That's the catch-22. Everybody is saying that they want someone real, but the thing about it though is that real people do real things. How could you say that you're real watching somebody whom you rock with put themselves in stupid situations and not say anything, right? That's the catch-22 about the whole thing. You're real, but at the same time, you can tell based upon what you've lived that a lot of people don't really practice what they preach when it comes to you Virgos. They say that they're looking for someone that's real, or they'll say that you're a real friend, or they'll say that they're looking for a real relationship, but they don't actually really want that, because when it's time, when you Virgos actually reach out and help people, look out for them, right? They expect you to like save them and like bring them into the future with you, and you Virgos can't. So let's you see what I'm saying? So it ends up being like a it ends up being like you have to be detached, because these people whom you call friends at one point, they put themselves in stupid situations to be rescued by you so that they can keep doing it. They only learn to stop doing that, or at least leave you alone when you let them be left up to their own devices. It's wow. Let's clarify the Ten of Cups, right? Which is the like the social norm, right? Ten of Pentacles, Justice. Then you have the Nine of Swords, excuse me, the Two of Cups, and then you have the King of Swords. So these so these three cards here to clarify the Ten of Cups for you Virgos speaks about how you Virgos may want to associate and want to hang out and talk, but they don't have a sense of fairness and just. They don't have a sense of that. What they'll do is, you're different from the group, right? They can hang out with each other because they're dysfunctional. They can't hang out with you. They can't hang out with you. You're the odd person out. And so now you have the Two of Cups and the King of Swords. So the Two of Cups and the King of Swords here for you Virgos also is about how, and then not only that too, but the best things that happen to you, a lot of it's not all the time, but a lot of the times happen to you when you're by yourself. That's where your power is. Right, so that's pretty much it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Trying to get the YouTube channel to 100K. We're at 28,816. We're growing so quickly. Thank y'all so much. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever it is that I drop my videos. Peace.